Good evening and welcome to the preview for Happy Valley. Interesting card. Two jackpots up for grabs here. The fairly decent 6-up jackpot with being a double, get up around 15, 17 million, I would think. The TT's up around 4 million. Not a bad card. Good depth in some of the fields. I think if we can get it right, there's a chance for a result. Apologies for no videos on the weekend. We've been doing a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of work going through what's been going on for the last, 15, 17 months. There'll be more on that later in the week. I'll be doing a full report and I will upload it. There were some interesting stats that have come out of what we've been working on, so hopefully it'll shed a bit of light as to where we're going to head over the next 5 months of this season and into the future. We're a bit happier now with what we found. So, as I said, more on that later in the week and early next week. We go to the opening race. As always, we start with the Class 5. Fiery Patrol. This is its race. I think it's finally dropped into a race that it can win. It was a good run 2 starts ago, and Marrera goes on it, so naturally that's going to shave about 5 points off its true odds. But it's going to be hard to beat from the good draw. Viva Guy runs its best races here. It's getting a bit long in the tooth now, but that's what this sort of race is. Most of them are all crabs. King on Earth. This was a better run last start. It's been a while since this has done anything significant, but could show up in a race like this. And Nico, he's given it 5 weeks off and took it to the track and sprinted up, breaking 22. If he can run 22 last sectional here, he'll win. But he's a bit of an old gangster and he finds trouble. Mobile King, humongous, the same old craps. 9 on top from 8 and 3, chances to 4, 7 and 11. We go to race 2, Demon. Interesting one, this one. They went to the trials and they went to the front. Now, he's done this before at the trials and led and won easy, and then he comes to race day and he can't get it out of the gates. Marrera again goes onto this. If he can ping it out and get it anywhere in the first 4 or 5 early, it's the one to beat. Great run, terrific effort last start. Found all sorts of trouble. But had it got clear running from the 300, I think it wins. Mr. Award, Happy Champion, Make It, Jade Pippo. They're all chances in a fairly sort of open race. 5 on top from 4, 11, 1, 8, 10 and 3. We go to race 3, first leg of the 6-up, critical race. There's quite a few chances in this. It's a class 4 where there's a couple that have got a bit of form and then the rest of them are sort of mediocre. I've got Fortune Bravo on top. The barrier worries me a bit, but Chadwick is a plus for me. The speed's going to probably come from Born to Win. Now, I couldn't find too many that are going to attack it. Maybe Dragon Glory could be a bit of a fly in the ointment for it. I think they'll probably settle 1-2. Depending on the tempo here, could be dangerous to run these down, so they've got to go in. Karu's one that I've earmarked as a possible blowout horse for us. Nice piece of track work the other morning, and I think this has improved. It'd have to improve. It hasn't had a run for 8 weeks. And I don't mind that at this time of the year. They give them a run early in the season, they freshen them up and bring them back, and suddenly they improve out of sight. I'm hoping this is the case with this because I think it'll be a price. We're probably going to have to go reasonably wide in this. We might have to play 2 sets of tickets around the top 2 or 3 or top 3 chances and then work from there. Ambitious Treasure's racing really well. It's an 8-year-old, probably the best form of its career at the moment. So I think it's got a chance. And of course, Marrera's now will be well in the market, Owner's Glory. I've got 11 on top from 4, 1, 7, 6, 9, 2. I think they're probably the ones we're going to take. We go to race 4 there. This is the opening leg of the TT jackpot. think with Happy Centenary getting into the field, that's going to make a big difference. I think this is going to be hard to beat in this race. I don't think there's a great depth in the field. I've got it down to about 8 horses that I think can run anywhere. And I've got Young Talent, Hey Cheers and Happy Centenary sort of at the top of that list. And probably next best just behind them is Oyster. I think they're the main winning chances in this type of race. Obviously, the problem you've got here is we're playing 2 different bets here. You know, we're looking for winning chances, and then we're looking for something that can run a place. There's quite a few can run a place here, but on the win line, I don't think there's that many that can win the race. I think that probably the best of them are 3 Young Talent, 1 Hey Cheers, 7 Happy Centenary, 12 Skip Court, and Super Team to a lesser extent. It's a bit hard to catch this horse. And again, it's probably going to be under the odds with Marira going on it, but it certainly can win the race. Has to be included. I've got 3 on top from 1, 7, 12, then 11. Chances to 10, 4 on the place line. Couldn't find an excuse to put any of the others in. Race 5, middle leg. I think this is ideal for Pearl Win. I think the way it ran on last start after finding trouble, I think this is the anchor. It was almost like he test drove this and it was red hot dead. He's a legitimate chance to win the Jockey Premiership, so he hasn't got much time. He's got probably 25 meetings to go. He's 10 behind, so you know he's going to be pushing and shoving to ride as many as he can. I think this is one of his better rides on the night. From the good barrier, it's not going to settle last. They dragged it back there from the wide gate last time. I don't think that's going to happen this time. He'll ping this out in the first 4 or 5 and hopefully in the moving line. And I think this is an anchor in the TT. Behind it, I didn't find that many winning chances in the race from a 6-up point of view. I think Flying Red has to go in. It's got a good draw. Friends of Yanoi always has to go in. Its racing pattern doesn't do it any favours, but it'll be running on really well late, as it always does. Definite place chance. I've got 2 smokies in the race. One's number 6, Chan's Delight. Now, this has improved at the barrier trials, so I wouldn't be shocked to see this run a race at a bit of a price. I think it has to go in. And the other one is Naughty Baby from Barrier 1. I think this will be thereabouts as they get to the business end. Although Barrier 1's probably not a massive advantage to it, I think it's still got a definite place chance. There's a bit of value here from a TT point of view. If we can get 2, 6 or 12 to run anywhere in the money, I think we've got a bit of value. But race 5, 3 clearly on top. From 11, 4, chances to 5, 12, 2, 6. We go to race 6. I've got this down as a 2-outer. Speedy Gonzalez and Victorious. One's drawn Barrier 1, the other one's drawn 11. Never thought I'd see the Derby tipping this in anything, but he seems to have found the key to this, Casper Founds, and this has improved out of sight since he got it. I think it's going to be very, very hard to beat. It's going to go close to winning 3. Victorious is the main danger. Sat 3 and 4 wide for the entire trip and just kept grinding away, got beat 2 legs. It's definitely hard to beat in this. Of the rest, 3 Sunny Faye must go in. Then I've got 4, 11. Strong foundation, big effort, first run. Anglin goes on, found all sorts of trouble. This goes in at a price. This is again a smoky that's going to throw a bit of value into the race for us, I think. I've got 7 and 2 banked together from 3, 5, 4, 11 and 8. We go to race 7. Nice, tough race this. Sight Believer. I think this is going to be hard to beat. I'm not sure about, I don't know how he's going to ride this, that's the problem. If they go forward and try to lead, that could be a problem. I'm hoping he takes the trail. There's a fair bit of speed here with General Iron, the Prince Gold Edition's going to have to come across. Bundle of Joy's got unlimited ability. Barrier 11, no favours, but goes good fresh, goes terrific here, this track and distance. Definite chance even from the wide gate. I don't think there's too many winning chances here. I think we can probably go quite light with Sight Believer, General Iron, Bundle of Joy, to a lesser extent the Prince. I think one of those four is going to win the race. Gamekeepers, now this hasn't had a run for more than a year, which is a great concern, but its trial was good. On a place line, it's got a chance. 8 clearly on top from 4, 2 and 5, and then to a lesser extent 1, 3 and 7. We go to the last. Again, nice race. I think Holmes Legend's the one to beat for me. They rode it upside down last time. First time he's ever gone forward with it, and sat outside the lead and was too strong. Looked like he was gone at the 350 and he just kept going, and he proved strong over the 1800. He's back to the 1650 here from a slightly better draw than he had. Depending on how they ride it, it's the one to beat. Noble Boy's coming out of the same sort of race, and it was a decent effort last start after sitting wide. Got checked and was slow out, found all sorts of trouble in the run, then sat wide. It was a pretty good effort. Of the rest, Winnie's horse, Trump and Gryffindor, I think they are the only winning chances in the last. I like Holmes Legend on top. Probably only take main ticket with it. I think probably the next best, probably Gryffindor, because of by virtue of the barrier draw, should get a nice run in transit. Winnie's, Noble Boy and Trump. As I say, it's a very interesting card. I think there's a bit of value if we can get it right in the 6-up. There's no real short ones. There's a couple of favourites around the $2-3 mark. If we can get one or two of those rolled, there is a decent chance to get a good result here. We will be playing fairly tight, looking for an anchor in the last as a main go. I'm quite keen on Holmes Legend. I think we'll probably play it for a far greater share should we be right in the last. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Good luck. As I say, over the next week or so, I'll send out an email with our findings, and I'll probably upload them online as well. I'll send out an email this afternoon, this afternoon. The intake is now open for next season. For those that have been with us, for 7 or 8 or 9 years now, and there's quite a few that have been there for quite a while. We've seen the ups and downs. It's very, very disappointing. Very disappointing for me, the amount of time that I've spent doing it. It's a bit heartbreaking at times to get beat the way we've got beaten sometimes. But I think you'll find our analysis and our review of what's gone on in the last 2 years interesting, and hopefully you'll take it in your stride as we've done, and we'll attack and go forward, and look forward to the remainder of this season. I'm still supremely confident we'll get out, and I'm always supremely confident that'll never waver, and I'm looking forward to the remainder of this season and getting ready for next season. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Good luck to everybody tomorrow night, and may we all have great success.